There we go. that took so many times.
Hey guys, it's the Gundam Boy, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Gym Slop, or the Gym Slope. It was pretty funny. I saw this one on the Bandai store and bought it immediately because I'm a sucker for fed suits. Taking a look at the parts list, I can already tell that this is going to be a pretty easy build. I mean, look at the instructions. This is going to be a very simple build. Looking at the lore for this mobile suit, apparently the Federation didn't have any mobile suits that could really fight in water, so they made the Gym Slope. But it wasn't really for combat, no, it was more for reconnaissance. So they slapped on that giant scuba pack to it and gave it a sonar gun and just said good luck. Mind you, it really was just a gym with scuba gear on. Any existing gym slopes were just converted back into a normal gym after. It's pretty funny. Overall, the build was pretty simple. If you ever built the gym origin type, you would know what exactly it's like to build this one. I took my Gundam marker and I touched up a bit on the head sensors so that it would look a bit more lively. Wasn't as chromatic as I would hoped it would have been, so I'm probably going to look for another marker to really get that reflective finish. Something I think that's very strange about this model kit's skirt armor. The skirt armor is one piece and it attaches to each other. If you want to lift up the skirt armor, you just kind of have to flash everybody in the room. Fucking flashing everyone with this gundussy. So got the arms on. Anybody else do this with their model kits when they finish their feet? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not done building your legs yet. So while I was assembling it, I thought I was good on the legs, but then I came to a big realization about this model kit. I put the wrong parts on this model. You're probably like, oh, but it looks fine. It looks right? No, well, it's wrong because you're supposed to put this one on. God, it's supposed to have a little pin that attaches into the leg. There's a little nub at the top. I assembled the wrong legs. Oh my God, now I gotta rip this motherfucker apart with my fingernails! Ah! And it's done. See, this is why you should always read the manual. But I gotta say, it looks pretty good so far. So I lost the footage for when I was assembling the backpack, but here it is in all of its glory. And you should have seen the look on my face when I realized I put the wrong thigh armor on. Bandai, please keep making more of these model kits. Oh my God, I need some more gyms in my life. Only if I could get myself to a real gym. Fat fuck. The cool thing about this model kit is that it does have the little cable that attaches to its little camera that doesn't like being held up. But let's take a look at all the accessories that comes with this model. Some of the things that I have not attached to it is the beam gun with the gun in the left hand. We have a little pubic hair and a few different hand types. And then we have the piece that plugs into the pod's back. Oh, and you can't forget the endless amount of fucking parts that comes with it. So this opens up a lot more customization options. You even have a spare head. I don't know why they would give you this. You even have some options for some thigh thrusters. I'm not going through the hell that was taking this fucking leg apart! But I gotta say, it's pretty nice. You know, having all these different attachment pieces for this model kit really does open up some customization, which I'm always down for. You can do what they did in the lore and turn it back into a normal mobile suit. If you wanted to post a sensor on the back of this mobile suit, you have to take it out and put in this specific piece and attach them together through the very long pubic hair. Then you can plug in the base and then you can have it stand on the wire. I will have to say though, posing with this cable, it's going to be a little awkward as it's not too strong, but it's also not too weak where it will drop, but it definitely will bounce a lot. And don't be surprised if it starts slacking to the side, it's just the way it's plugged in. It's not like it's actually going to see any water anyways. I don't want to have it plugged in, so I'm just going to shove the ball right back in its place. It just kind of pops right in there. But let's take a look at the posability. And oh my God, I'm becoming Jobby the Hung. This is how high he can look up, and he can only look down this far. He can only roll his head so far in each direction. Of course, he can do the chicken motion. And he has a beautiful ab crunch. Now you can make it look like he's in pain trying to carry that backpack on him. And we have a swivel at the waist. Of course, this arm is on a ball joint, which means it can swivel. Arm is on a peg here, so it can swivel around. We have a double bend at the arm. We have a ball-jointed wrist. It can kick its leg as far forward as it can, but you gotta lift up his diaper so you can get a bit more range. Got his whole gundussy out in the open. And the leg can kick back, but it is constricted by that giant backpack, which you shouldn't be surprised if it starts falling backwards on it. You know, it was a mobile suit designed to fight in water, not stand on land. Got a swivel at the thigh, and it has a beautiful spread. Taking a look at the backpack of this piece right here is supposed to pull out, but I think I fucked up something on this one because it gets stuck inside of there. It's supposed to pull outward, but I fucked up, I think. But you can pull it out and it can swivel. Backpack has a double hinge, so it can bend forward and it can lift upwards. Here's his closed fist, here's his opened hand, and he has a trigger finger hand, with a left hand option for all the other hands, which means you can give him a gun to defend himself finally. Just be a little bit careful while posing this model kit, as those thigh thrusters aren't really being held on by too much. That little pin plugs right there into the leg, and that's all you have holding it up. Overall, I gotta say, it's a pretty solid model kit, and I might be a little bit biased because I am a sucker for gyms, but I have to say it's a pretty cool looking kit, even if it's not meant for combat. And if you're really into customizing your model kits, well, this gym Slope has a lot of different option pieces to go with, and its interchangeable parts make it really easy to swap these out. Water mode, not water mode. And for the sake of my sanity, I did split the piece holding the armor plates together so you could get some more dynamic posing. But you do have to cut it. But be careful not to kick the model kit too far forward, as it will pop out. It is on a ball joint, so you just have to plug it back in to make sure it stays. It's not too loose, but it's also not like super sturdy. And I know some people are like, oh, but Gundam, you cut it, but you also get like an extra part, so it's all good on that point. But overall, it's not a bad model kit. I'm hoping that this design is a sign that we're gonna be getting more gyms that aren't P Bandai. Because yeah, $42 for your typical gym is kinda weird. Here's it standing next to my high mobility Zaku, Robo Spirit's gym, and here it is next to my Zoc. Overall, easy build, your typical flexibility for posing, but I will have to say, it's P Bandai.